So in continuation with the Copa America today, day 3, we have Group C action with two games between Venezuela and Jamaica and Uruguay versus Mexico. Now, the Uruguay versus Mexico game is a game that I'm really looking forward to because, as you may have noted in my past videos, I think the winner of Group C, maybe even the winner of the Uruguay-Mexico game, will reach the final of the Copa America this year. Mexico and Uruguay are two of the best teams, both in CONCACAF and in CONMEBOL, and maybe the two best teams in this tournament, excluding Argentina and Chile. Now, as far as expectations, this is just going to be a really quick video, guys. The match between Jamaica and Venezuela begins at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the United States. It might be different from where you are from. But I expect the same dynamic in that game to be between how it was in Peru versus Haiti, which is you have the two weakest teams in the group that are facing each other off the bat right away, that are going to be looking to pick up 3 points early because they know that more difficult games are on the horizon. And whoever loses the Jamaica versus Venezuela match will be staring down into the abyss because if they get 0 points from this encounter, they're likely to get 0 points from the next two encounters and finish at the bottom of the group with 0 points. So as far as what's going to happen in the game between Venezuela and Jamaica, I think Venezuela needs this win more than Jamaica. Venezuela's been in very bad form in qualifying. They only have 1 point out of 18 and one draw and 5 losses. The economy in the country is going through structural collapse right now. So they just got rid of their coach, Noel San Vicente, and they just had a new coach, Rafael Dudamel, and he's sort of been brought in at the last minute to change the squad up a little bit. And in contrast to Jamaica, who right now are in really great form. They're coming off a 2-1 friendly win over Chile. Winfried Schaefer has managed this team through 2 international tournaments already. Having reached the Gold Cup final last year, it was a surprise they beat the United States in the semifinal. And having already played in a Copa America last summer in Chile, it was a valuable learning experience for the Reggae Boys. And I think that experience is going to allow them to perform a little bit better this year than they did last year. And even last year, they finished the bottom with 0 points and 0 goals scored, but it was sort of a lesson that they needed to go through in order to better suit them for tournaments ahead. They went through a brief spell of poor form in qualifying. They're in 3rd place right now in their qualifying group with Panama and Costa Rica, but I don't think that's necessarily reflective of bad form so much as it is that it's just a very difficult qualifying group. So looking at this match, I think that it has all the makings for a draw, because both teams desperately require getting at least a point out of this game. But you know what? I think Jamaica's going to win this game. It's going to be close. I think both teams will score, but Jamaica just have overall just a more talented squad with Barnes and Watson and McLennan, McCleary, who caused the United States some problems last year in the semifinal of the Gold Cup. And against the Venezuelan side that is probably right now the weakest or second to weakest in South America, excluding Bolivia, this is a perfect chance for Jamaica to showcase what they have learned and take full advantage, get the 3 points, and look forward to their next game. So it's difficult to predict because Venezuela might just be able to grind out a draw from this game, just based on the sheer importance of it alone. But I'm going to pick Jamaica to win, maybe 2-1. And then in another game, Mexico versus Uruguay, this is a game we're all looking forward to. It's going to be a fantastic game. Luis Suarez is out with a hamstring injury, as we all know. He won't play in this first game. He might not play in the next game. He might not play at all in the group stage. but I think it's going to cost Uruguay a little bit in this group. They might not win the group as a result, but one thing Uruguay has going for them in this match is superior defense. The core of their back line is Jimenez and Godin, who are also defenders for Atletico Madrid. I think Uruguay have the best defense in this entire Copa America. I think their defense is top 5 in the world right now, and I think it's going to cancel out Mexico's flair in attack. I think Mexico is going to struggle to defend set pieces because Uruguay is traditionally very good with set pieces in the air, with Diego Godin always somehow finding his head on things, and with Jimenez, look at the height advantage. Uruguay definitely has much a big leverage on that than the Mexicans do. So Mexico has to be careful of not conceding too many corner kicks, penalties, free kicks, because Uruguay will capitalize on them. And if they give up enough of them, Uruguay will score. Uruguay have to be careful on the wings because Mexico is very speedy. And Uruguay's midfield is another concern because their midfield is sort of their lacking point. I mean, sure, they have substitutes for Suarez in his place, like Cavani and Christian Stuani and Diego Roland. But in midfield, they're severely lacking. And if Mexico wins the midfield battle, you could see Mexico pull away with 3 points in this game. I am convinced that the winner of this group, will win the group. Will reach the final. And if Suarez's absence is as much of a hindrance as I think it will be, I expect Mexico to win the group. But as far as today's game is concerned, I'm going to say a draw. I just think that Uruguay's defense is fantastic. It's in the best form possible yet so far. And Mexico will, even though they have not conceded any goals in their last 6-7 games under Osorio, I just think that they're going to have a very difficult time breaking down Uruguay's defense. They beat Paraguay and Chile in friendlies 1-0 each in the last couple of weeks, but Uruguay is an entirely different animal, and I just think they're going to struggle to find goals against them. So my prediction for the Uruguay-Mexico game is it's either going to be 0-0 or 1-1. I think it's going to be a draw between Mexico and Uruguay, and I think Jamaica will beat Venezuela. So those are my predictions. At the end of tonight, Jamaica will be at top of the table with 3 points. Uruguay and Mexico each with 1 point, and Venezuela in the bottom with 0 points, staring down the barrel. Things not really looking good for them as they move forward the rest of the games in this group. And for Uruguay and Mexico, I think they'll settle for a draw because that way their hardest game's out of the way. Then just got to focus on La Vino Tinto and the Reggae Boys. And it's pretty straightforward, guys. Let me know your predictions below, your thoughts. Subscribe, share, like, comment, and I'll see you in my next video tomorrow. Tomorrow I will make a reaction video to today's games as well as a look ahead to tomorrow's games before they begin. Those games being between Argentina and Chile and Bolivia and Panama. So, until then, guys, peace out. Have a good day.